Anywho, Paper Mario Origami King came out a year ago. One of those games that almost everyone has probably played if you have a Switch.
Is it recording?
Yes. Anywho, about 1 year ago, we made a Paper Mario relapse story. A story talking about the whole life from the beginning to the upcoming Origami King. So today, I am with my friend Penki. We actually planned this video like a week ahead, and we were like, fuck, we need to plan this up because it's almost 1 year before since the recap. And to say this, there's a lot of stuff that goes into Origami King. There probably isn't much time to talk about it. So, I give talking stick to my good friend Penki.
Alright. Now let's talk about the development of the game. Development history of the game. The game, shortly after the previous game, Paper Mario Color Splash was released on the Wii U in 2016, October. The producer, Kensuke Tanabe, was asked, what's the future of Paper Mario? And he said, we don't plan on continuing this Sticker Star and Color Splash formula anymore, and we're going to try something different for the next game.
It was crap, because people complained that it was repetitive, right? Or something like that?
Yeah, especially the battle system in those two games.
God, that was a shit battle system. Like, the first one was fine, because it was testing it, but then the second one was like, alright, let's milk it.
The second one was, basically improved, over the first one,
Oh, definitely.
Okay, anyways, like I was saying,
Sorry about the noise, I'm just cleaning my garbage.
So where was I?
Yeah, you're talking about the development.
Okay, what part of it?
You're talking about the new battle system?
Okay, so, one day, one of the, producers, Reset Tabata, Intelligent Systems was trying to come up with a new concept for Paper Mario, like a new paper theme. And Intelligent Systems originally was going to use confetti as the theme for this new Paper Mario game. And then one of the producers that worked on Color Splash said, hey, we should do an origami theme. And everyone at Intelligent Systems was like, genius!
It's like that meme.
And then they basically combined the origami and confetti ideas into the game. And then when they were coming up with a battle system idea, they thought of some sort of ring. Thing.
Kind of like what's it called? Like a dolly, like those ring,
they couldn't,
table dollies.
At first they were struggling to struggling to think how this would work. But then when Kensuke Tanabe was in the shower playing with a Rubik's Cube, that's when he got the idea of how it should
hold up.
When he was using a Rubik's Cube in the shower. He thought, we could spin the ring in the new battle system.
Hold up! Who the fuck be playing with a Rubik's Cube in the shower?
Kensuke Tanabe.
I have never heard of anyone playing with a Rubik's Cube in the shower. That is the weirdest thing I have ever heard in my entire life.
Anyways.
You can tell he's excited.
So they finally made it work. For the boss battles, they originally were gonna come back to the line battles for the boss battles, but then they realized, hey, we should try putting in the ring system into implementing it into the boss battles.
I'm talking. I'm just listening.
And one of the producers of the game, Risa Tabata, actually had a dream about Peach turning into origami, and meeting Mario at the castle and just sending him into the dungeon.
Peach being a heartless bitch.
She had like where Peach was evil origami, and that's how the story came to be.
So the entire game was the whole plot was like this man had a dream and said threw it at a wall and said let's make it stick and make it happen.
Yeah,
like, and, it wasn't like a big group.
Risa Tabata is a woman.
So it wasn't like a group of people being like, okay, what do you think the story should be like? It was one person dreaming and being like, alright, I have an idea. Let's make it a reality. Basically
and
that
everyone was like, oh my god, that's a great idea at Intelligent Systems.
By one person having a dream, an amazing-ass game came out.
And then somehow... and then they started working in late 2016 on the game, start developments right after Color Splash's developments, and then in 2018, Nintendo actually filed some trademarks for Paper Mario, that Paper Mario game, for the Switch. It was just called Paper Mario 6 at the time, and people were like, "What? There's a new Paper Mario?" and
oh yeah, you told me this during high school. When we were in lunch and high school, and you were like, "Hey Kevin, you're making a Paper Mario 6," and I'm like,
"Yeah,
what?"
Yeah, for the Switch, yeah.
So the story behind this, I actually heard this before. Was I was eating lunch. We walk into the lunchroom, right, and then he just walks away. Kevin, I got a great news. I'm like, okay, what's the news? It's like, they're making a Paper Mario 6. What's the name? They don't know. This is called Paper Mario 6.
They're making a new Paper Mario game for the Switch.
I'm like, what's it called?
Yeah.
Paper Mario 6. I'm like, that sounds like an actual name.
No. No. And then in early 2020, and then more rumors about the game came out, along with some 3D Mario remasters. Some big rumors saying about 2020 is a big year for Mario. Mario 30, there's gonna be three All Stars.
This
for
is
the Switch, 3 games.
The All Stars, yeah.
There was gonna be 64 Galaxy and Sunshine in one cartridge. And then they also said, oh, Paper Mario is coming this year. And then on May 14th, 2020, Nintendo, out of nowhere, dropped a trailer for Paper Mario, the Origami King.
I saw it with you. I legitimately saw it with you. I'm like, holy fuck, that's incredible.
And then, the game, and then the reaction by fans was definitely mixed.
Oh right, I should have said beforehand. Shout, you don't have to look at the screen. You can turn off your phone and just listen to us talk for 30 minutes.
Okay.
Because it's only on the thumbnail of the video, so we can just close your eyes or turn off the phone or lower the phone and listen to it.
Anyways, like I said, it had a mixed reception. This first trailer had a mixed reception. The it's more actually, most of it's positive, and 35% was it
negative.
Was it negative?
What would it be negative?
The 35% had a decision. Basically, was trashing Nintendo and saying, "Hey, we want another RPG Paper Mario, not Sticker Star 3." And
God, do you know they're either trolls or they're being salty that they weren't getting a game they wanted?
Exactly, that's exactly what happened. And then people, and obviously there was more optimistic people, this looks genius idea, this looks amazing graphically.
Oh yeah, I love the way the castle looked, in that trailer alone. Not talking about the game, I'm talking about the trailer. The castle looked super detailed for a certain cutscene.
I remember when I first saw that trailer. Okay, so a bit of a backstory. I woke up, pretty late. The trailer's by that time the trailer was out for like 3 hours or something like that. By the time I woke up,
my man.
I
Breathe, and catch your breath. You're stuttering like crazy.
I woke up.
Okay.
To multiple people messaging me, holy shit, Penki, there's a new Paper Mario, and I'm like, yeah, right. Are the rumors really true? And I'm like, and then they said, holy shit, yes, it is. And then they sent me a link, and then like, and I see the link, and I'm like,
oh fuck.
No fucking way.
No, your brain's like,
no fucking way. And my head exploded. Like,
your brain was like, oh fuck. Your brain is. My brain was like dopamine.
No way. I was like, oh my god. I was like, for like 3 weeks after that reveal trailer dropped, my head was trying to take it. Like, holy shit, did this really happen?
You were spamming me for weeks after that trailer to watch and react to it.
Yeah, and
you were messaging me like 4 times a day, 4 to 10 times a day, like, Kevin, are you excited about this? I'm like, it's 2 in the morning, go to fucking bed. No, I remember you texting me at 2 in the morning, Kevin, are you excited for a new Paper Mario game coming out soon? And I text back, it's 2 in the goddamn morning, we have school tomorrow, go to bed. No, this is after school. But still, I was like, go the fuck to bed.
Okay. Anyway.
That was me, because I just don't know the backstory to this whole situation.
I remember I tore you out. I legit tore you out, woke you up, and said, hey, I have a trailer to show you. And then I showed you the trailer, and you were like, holy shit.
I was like, holy shit. The
first thing you thought was the cat was looking. Is that Paper Mario in Peach's castle? I didn't even. I was only showing you like the video or whatever. I didn't even give you a link.
Because I was half awake in bed after a 4-hour live stream that ended at 1:30 in the morning, and I was burned out. You can I was burned out, and I was like, Mario, Peach's castle.
Like
done.
Paper Mario and Peach's castle, and then you ask, what the fuck? Why does Peach look weird? And I'm like,
I was half awake. Don't judge me. I was half awake at the time.
And then I said, this is Paper Mario 6. And you're like, what? This is Paper Mario 6.
God, I remember that so much.
And I'm like, holy shit! I have something to look forward to.
Yeah. To explain the whole story, I live streamed for 4.5 or 5 hours. Don't remember. With a few buddies of mine, and I was like, oh fuck, I'm tired, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to bed, and then it's 2 in the morning. Watch this trailer. Watch this.
No, it was actually in the afternoon where
you did this once at 2 in the morning. 2 times to me. Once at 2 and 1 in the morning.
Okay, the trailer actually came out at 9 o'clock a.m. like in the morning. I showed you it in the like afternoon or evening or something like that.
And then I was like, okay, cool. And then you showed me at 2 in the morning. Forgetting you showed me beforehand.
I don't remember.
You showed me at 2 in the morning. Literally, you're right. Did you see the new trailer for this game yet?
Oh.
At 2 a.m.
Dude, did I? I don't remember that. Anyways,
I can say is I was tired, but I was excited.
Let's get back on track.
Why is Mario's for once Nintendo fixed something in Paper Mario that they didn't fix in normal Mario? Paper Mario's mustache and hair are the exact same color.
Okay.
Because Mario's mustache is black, but his hair is brown.
Anyways, let's get back on track. Anyway.
I'm the one making the video here!
Okay, let's get back on track. Let's not slow it down, you know?
Relax.
Anyways.
You're the one who pulled me in and said you texted me, and I'm like, you texted me at 2 in the goddamn morning.
Okay, anyways. Let's get back on track. Where was I?
Don't fucking...
Oh yeah, the hype train. And then the second trailer dropped around where E3 was 2020 was supposed to happen, but except it got canceled. So then they decided, let's show the second trailer off and showing more details about the game. And that's where we first saw the bosses of the game, Legion of Stationary.
Was that the one showing the fucking colored pencils?
The colored pencils, rubber band, and tape. Those were the 3 bosses we showed.
Oh, yeah. I actually love... Which one is your favorite? I want to ask that question.
Anyway, no. We'll get to that when we get to that.
No, I mean, as a quick question, what is your favorite one?
For those 3? Yeah,
those 3.
Okay, yeah, colored pencils.
Colored pencils, 100%. All right, anyway, continue. I just want to ask.
Okay. And then they showed, partners are back. Partners are back in battle as well. And then they showed off how this previously in the trailer this Babam partner was just called Babam in the first trailer, but they actually showed his real name in the second trailer, Bobby, and everyone was so happy, legit, that he actually had a unique name other than the other Babams to tell apart from the other Babams. And in fact, they also revealed Professor Toad in that trailer, and the Kamek as a partner as well.
I will admit, I was excited for Kamek, because in every game, it is like Bowser, Kamek, Bowser Jr., a bunch of your enemies are your villains, but this time they were your sidekicks, and that was like, what's the backstory between why are they on your side now? That's like the biggest thing that hit me hard.
And then a month later, when the game was shown off on the Treehouse live stream by Nintendo, they did a little more footage. They had more footage, and then out of nowhere, right after the Nintendo live stream ended, the game was leaked online.
God,
the game right after that live stream.
Oh, I remember that.
And a whole bunch of spoilers. That's when the spoilers began to flood the internet, and I was trying to avoid them as much as possible, and I mostly avoided them. The word "mostly" is the one word that got me interested. The only thing I looked into were some of the sprites, like the Mario sprites and stuff like that. I ripped them, I was given a ROM to rip some of the sprites from the game, and submitted to the Spriters resource website, and then and then the game, and then I remember after that, like a few days after that, I started, let's stream in midnight launch. You there?
Yeah, I'm right here. I'm listening.
Okay. Anyways, we streamed at midnight launch when the game released. In Paper Mario, the Origami King,
the game
was released.
God, I remember he's like,
July
do you want to stream with me? I'm like, yes. I remember.
So the story of the game is Mario and Luigi receive a letter from Princess Peach to attend an origami festival.
Everyone knows this probably already because this game's been out for a year.
Yeah, almost a year.
But basically, you get the point. You get the whole point. Festival, something goes wrong.
Like I was saying, they receive an invitation from Princess Peach to attend an origami festival and hurry to Toad Town. After investigating the town, the duo finds a quiet Toad Town. They investigate, and then they go to Peach's castle. And that's where they find a fearsome and folded Princess Peach. who is asking weird questions, like will you increase yourself to be reborn
like a robot, like a complete robot,
and then Mario gets sent to the dungeon, and that's where he meets some of Bowser's minions, like the Koopa Troopa, Hammer Brother, Buzzy Beetle, Spike, and a Goomba.
And for the first time, they aren't against you.
Some folded Shy Guys appear, saying, "Come with us," and that's where the Bowser's minions get in the door, and out of nowhere, some voice starts speaking to Mario, saying, "Hey, can you help me here?" And then Mario like finds a magic circle, like some on the floor, and then he gets those arms, like long 1,000-fold arms.
They are not 1,000-fold. They are not. They are like maybe 14, maybe 50 or 60 pieces.
Anyways, and then frees this yellow origami girl named Olivia.
Very important to the story. Very important to the damn story.
Very important it's who is your companion throughout the entire game. Basically acts like that. He's basically the equivalent of Huey from Paper Mario Color Splash, Kirsty from Paper Mario Sticker Star, Tippy from Super Paper Mario, Goombella from Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door, and Goombario from Paper Mario 1 from the Nintendo.
Do not mention Kirsty at all, because I will punt kick her into the sun. Don't mention that flying crown bitch. I will punt her into the sun.
Dude. Okay, but dude.
No, but basically your generic character that is your main side character, basically.
Okay, we're done. Origami King, not Sticker Star.
I am talking about Origami King. I'm saying the yellow Olivia. Female. Olivia is basically your generic side character that sticks with you the whole time. Basically,
generic?
Your word of a...
She was far from generic.
No, not generic. I mean, like, in every game, you always have that one character that sticks with you the whole time, so you don't feel like you're alone the whole situation.
Yeah.
So she's that character, but she's not generic, but she's that kind of character.
Yeah, she's like a companion.
Also, the music is like really close.
No, listen. This is we're not there yet.
No, the music is close to ending. It is like only like a couple minutes left into it.
Okay.
I'm gonna put it back to the beginning.
Okay.
Okay, now you continue. I just want to put these back.
Okay. Anyways.
Continue.
And then they find Bowser clipped onto a Bowser was folded up and clipped onto a sort of hanger or whatever, some sort of clip or whatever. And they also see the folded. So they also see his minions folded into origami. And then that's where and then they meet Bowser. They escape from the dungeon, and they see a yellow Shy Guy with Princess Peach. And then Mario fights his first folded soldier, a Goomba.
Oh my god. It was sad. It was so much sad.
Who was one of the Goombas that you actually met earlier in the game.
It was sad because he said in the beginning, "I want to see a Toad," and then when you fight me, before he fights, he says, "I never got to see a Toad," and then you have to kill him.
You to the main battle mechanics, the ring battle system.
Oh, I hate to kill him. I feel bad. That was horrible.
And then, once you defeat him, the yellow Shy Guy reveals himself to be King Ollie,
dun dun dun.
The main antagonist of the game, and Olivia's brother.
Shocker. Ooh. I'm sorry for the commentary, but that's like, I feel like we could put like a dun dun dun, like right at that moment.
anyways, he reveals that he plans to refold the world, refold the paper world into his own origami kingdom. He gets the 5 streamers, and to wrap up Peach's castle into a distant mountain or volcano, or whatever it is.
No, yeah, it was a volcano because when the airship crashes into it, you're in a bomb volcano.
Yeah. We'll get there when we get there.
We're not retelling the whole story. That'll take an hour.
Okay, and then
we're just retelling the beginning.
Set off on their journey in Whispering Woods.
We're not retelling the whole story. We're just telling the beginning.
And then later they find the red streamer battle
pencils. Pencil go boom like missiles, and then red streamer go free. Boom,
and then they go to a tram. They meet a Babam, who Olivia calls him Bobby, the Babam, and
can I be honest with you? This is literally just explain the whole story. You could literally look up the game online on YouTube.
Okay. Anyway, no, listen. Anyways, I'm gonna still tell. Anyways, they go to the Water Elemental Temple to get some, to flood the river because the river is dry. They go to this really cool Japanese park, which is actually based on a real Japanese park that the developers went to during development of the game in Japan, called Kyoto Wonderland. That's what it's called. But obviously the Japanese version of the location in the game is called Kyoto Land. And but the North American version is called Shogun Studios. And that's where they find some captured toads there, like staff members there, and then they watch a show, and then they see Rubber Band, and they have to fight Rubber Band. They defeat Rubber Band, and then they have to go to follow the Yellow Streamer, which. You have to in Sweet Paper Valley. You go there. On the way to the tunnel, you meet King Ollie again, and he crushes Olivia with a boulder, nearly killed her. And then Bobby says, "Hey, Mario, trust me on this. We're gonna have to find an important item to save Olivia." They go to the Princess Peach ship, whatever it was called.
Whatever it was.
They see that the ship has been
inked. Very inked.
Yeah, and then they fight the Paper Macho Gooper Blooper there.
God, I love that battle so much. It was
which is the first. It's the first.
Can I say something? Boss. Can I say something?
Yes.
That battle was fun. Any battle, it was like a macho battle, but it felt like an actual boss rather than hit something. And
it is the first Paper Macho boss.
All I can say is it was much more fun than I thought it would be. Because it's gonna be tedious, break tentacles. No, once you break tentacles, then you have to defeat the main body, and that is the fun part. Because then you make it dizzy, and then you smack the shit out of it.
Yeah, and then they defeat the blooper. They get the item. They go back to Sweet Paper Valley. Bobby tells his backstory about
being on that ship and
how he had a fuse before
and lost
he gets his friend's listen. He gets his friend's fuse. He tells Mario, "Hey, good luck on your journey. Thank you for helping me out." And then he sacrifices himself by
blowing up kamikaze basically.
And then Mario. And the boulder explodes. Bobby dies. Mario sees Olivia to pretty much survive. Olivia asks what happened, and Mario is looking sad, and
because Mario does not speak.
And then she's like, "What's wrong?" And then she just sees Bobby's gone, and she gets depressed and goes to the breezy tunnel, and that's where you have to like cheer her up with a
I think it was
mask.
like the macho head, the macho mask head thing.
And then
Can you please not interrupt me at all, please?
okay. And
no,
then,
but like the mask, I
Mario.
like that.
Okay, Mario does meet Bobby's ghost, and Bobby's ghost does tell him, "Hey, you need to cheer up Olivia with that Goomba mask you got earlier in the game." And like to make her laugh, and then Olivia cheered up. Got to continue their journey to Scorching Sandpaper Desert, where they have this
battle,
really cool, this really cool boot car, and then that's where they have to fight a
mega macho pokey thing. That was a scary yet incredibly fun boss, because like he's like, that's a weird spike. No, it's not a spike.
Okay. After they defeat it, that's where they meet Professor Toad. Professor Toad has been, studying, ancient, the ancient ones, whatever.
He basically is the paleontologist of the game, because you have to have your custom code.
He's an archaeologist.
Archaeologist, yeah, my bad. I got mixed up with paleontologist, archaeologist. There's a lot of different.
Anyways, he says that he's looking for this one ancient one who still lives today, called Captain Toad.
I like that's funny.
They go to they find this, and then eventually they get to the Temple of Shrooms, where they find these creepy toads with no faces.
They've been hole punched.
Which we find out later that it's been hole punched by Hole Punch, the third Legion of Stationary in the game.
I did not like that boss, to be fully honest. I really didn't like that one.
And then they defeat it in the Hole Punch boss, and then they find Captain Toad. And the
can I be fully honest? I really did not like that boss. That boss was like way more. It was way more annoying because, like, you get hole punched and you lose health, but then you have to re-piece yourself back together.
You actually don't have to re-piece yourself back together.
I did it when I was playing the game because I don't want to die.
Well, true. It does make it harder to survive, but you actually, I've actually beaten the boss with one hole punch when the first time I played the game. Anyways, back on track. So the after, and then the freaking sun comes back up.
Somehow he hole punched the sun.
Yeah,
somehow. And I don't know how the logic of a tiny hole punch that makes holes in faces is able to hole punch a giant piece of cardboard.
Yeah, and then that's where they meet Captain Toad in some sort of underground what was it, sand thing.
No, it was like a freezer. It was like a giant freezer.
It was a freezer underground, and that's we have to get the fire elemental light up the
fire element.
The ice.
Wait, was the fire elemental in that chapter or before that chapter? I don't remember.
The fire elemental was in the third chapter. The Scorching Sandpaper.
Oh, yeah, it was. I got mixed up because I don't remember if it was in the one beforehand and he got it or the one. Wait, did you talk about the Earth Elemental already?
Earth Elemental was in the first chapter.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about that, did we?
No,
we didn't. I don't think. I mean, probably everyone has fought that one already.
Anyways, they continue their journey. They destroy the Yellow Streamer, meet Captain Toad, and then
wait, what the boss for Yellow Streamer?
And then now they have to go to the Great Sea. Now they have to get to the Great Sea and borrow Captain Toad's what was it?
Boat.
Submarine.
It was like a boat or
submarine. No, it's a submarine. They attach the submarine to the boat. And then they have to go to the Great Sea where they follow the purple streamer. They go to this They go to this Bonehead Island, whatever thing. That's where they summon the fan to clear up the fog that was clearing up. That was pretty much because there was like fog in the Great Sea everywhere.
Whatever. Fog, water,
And then
thing.
and then they have to go, and then they go to Crescent Island, where they find a letter that Luigi was here. Because remember, Luigi's in the game.
I love that statement. Because remember, Luigi's in the game, by the way.
Yeah.
I love
it.
I love that.
And, like, where he has to, like, he's like, hey, meet me at this mushroom-shaped island. And they go to the mushroom island, and then they meet Luigi in the backyard of the island. They say, and Luigi, like, gets, keys or whatever throughout the game for you.
I mean, he's useful for once. I mean, he's actually useful for once at that point.
Yeah. And, yeah, he has a pretty big role in the game.
I like the last game, he wasn't even in it. Wait, was he in the last game? I don't remember.
He was in his cart.
In his cart. That was the only scene you have Luigi.
And you find hidden Luigi's in the game, too.
Yeah, but the only time he was canonly helpful was the cart.
From the ending.
Yeah. Right? So at least they gave him a better thing.
We gotta get back on track.
I'm getting bored. You're explaining this so slowly, I'm getting bored.
Okay. They go to the Mushroom Island. They meet Luigi. And then they see an origami workshop in in the base. There's a basement, like an origami workshop in the house. And that's where Olivia tells you this is important, by the way. This is an important part of the story.
This is canon. This is an important canon part of the story. Listen to your ear holes real quickly.
Okay, listen carefully. Olivia tells the story. Oh, this is the place I was born. Was created. And Luigi was shocked, like Mario and Luigi were shocked, and then they hear a voice. It's perhaps the creator. And they see the creator, the origami craftsman, Toad, was trapped in the wall. Which then he reveals that the origami craftsman created Ollie,
the main antagonist of the game, by the way.
And then basically he Ollie got angry for him for some reason, and then just ran off with his tools, whatever. We'll get to the part why he's mad. Later in the game? We'll tell it later. We're not that there yet. And then they go to the Diamond Island where they get the ice elemental powers, and then they have to go to the sea tower to put 3 orbs in there, and then and get into the tower. And then up top the tower, they fight the 4th Legion of Stationary boss in the game, Tape. The shifty sticker, Tape. And then they defeat him. Then they see the green streamer that is floating above in the sky. They have to go there in the sky, in the heavens. They go to and that's where they go to Shangri Spot. They go to Shangri Spot, and then that's where they see that there's some white angel toads that work there or whatever. They go there. They see those.
Bowser's Castle is up there right away.
And then we'll get there. They see that they can refresh health in the spa areas, some spring areas, whatever. And that's where and then later they meet Kamek, who tells you it's a story that how the castle drops it down below to the Shangri-La campus, and which is why thousands of families are working as slaves. The Shangri-La toads, and they obviously they meet and see Bowser Jr. got cut up by the 5th Legion of Stationery, which we'll get to later. And they refresh him, in the springs, and have to go for 4 springs. And then the final spring they have to go, they go enter a game show called Shaggy Has Finished Slash, which is like Sniff It or Whiff It from Color Splash and Sticker Star. And they have to win the game show, whatever. Bowser Jr. gets his colors back. They fight the Sumo Bros that were blocking their path, preventing them from entering Bowser Castle. And then they have to, after they defeat the Sumo Bros, they enter the castle, noticing that there's folded soldiers having a feast. And then Bowser's minions have to invade the castle to fight the folded soldiers. Kamek and then Mario and Kamek have to go through a door, and then Mario finds a key. Kamek goes missing suddenly, and then Olivia goes missing by a mysterious black hand. And then Mario fights these cutout soldiers that look really creepy, which is kind of weird. They go to the Mario goes to the unlocks the door with a key to Bowser Castle key, and then Mario suddenly encounters Handaconda, has to fight him, save Olivia, and then fight, and then have to encounter Scissors to summon a Paper Mistake Buzzy Beetle, which is basically a Paper Macho Buzzy Beetle, but with Bowser's minions' faces is pasted on the Buzzy Beetle. And then after they defeat the Buzzy Beetle, they fight the Scissors boss. After they defeat him, they destroyed they already destroyed the Green Streamer. The Green Streamer was the last streamer of the game, and that's where they have to get to Peach's Castle. Mario and Bowser have a plan to go to Bowser's airship to get ready to storm Peach's Castle, whatever. And that's where they have to fight, load some bombs to explodes to shoot at paper airplanes, which was a really fun section of the game. And then after that, they enter Peach's Castle finally. No. Before that, they crash land to a volcano called Hotfoot Crater,
which is right below the castle, by the way.
Which is right below the castle. They lose Bowser Jr. and Kamek along the way. Mario and Bowser shoot themselves out of the cannon to the doorstep of Peach's Castle. And then suddenly Luigi finds the last key. Luigi finally has the right key. And then they get into Peach's Castle, meet Origami Peach again for one last time. And then says that, hey, you are invited by King Ollie themselves. And then the castle somehow refolds into Peach's Castle, refolds into Origami Castle. Basically, the Origami Castle was Ollie's vision of the castle. Basically, it was sort of originally a diorama.
As in the island, in the little island thing. I think, right?
It was no, I mean it was originally supposed to be some sort of decoration, like in the that the origami craftsman had made.
Yeah, and he basically
And
twisted
then-
to his own reality or something.
And then he made it to reality by refolding Peach's castle to the origami castle. They go to the origami castle. They meet King Ollie. And then Mario and Bowser have to go through the castle, like the dungeon.
What's it
The
called?
dungeon, which has the best song in the entire series, like legit.
The goons, the wishmaker hand things, you name it. All the old origami shit that's thrown at you like a
And they
goddamn
have
drug trip.
and they even have like paper origami fortune tellers as hazards, which was really clever and blew my mind when I first saw it. When I streamed the game at that part.
100% agreed on that one part alone.
Because on how clever that idea was and how genius that was. And they get through the dungeon. The King Ollie summons Stapler and reveals that Stapler was the reason why the
Bowser was stuck in his little wallet form.
wallet form, and why the foot soldiers can't unfold themselves.
Because they're forced that way into servitude and slavery.
And then they have to fight King Ollie, where he does reveal that he not only he was going to refold Peach's castle, but he was also going to refold Peach into as a decoration on
the castle, which is screwed up.
Which is it blew my mind of how crazy it was.
Nintendo, you be going, what
Intelligent
the hell you on? What the hell you on?
Intelligent systems, what the intelligent system? What are you on? And then they fight King Ollie. They defeat the first phase with
and then he turns
developmental forms.
And then he turns into a giant Bowser
and then after
thing.
listen. And then
can I talk?
Yes.
Can I talk?
Yes.
Then he turns into basically this giant towering form. Not the final form, but this big origami towering form.
It's a origami sumo figure. It's actually based on real origami soldiers.
Actually, I like that. I like the.
It's actually based on an origami game, that you actually play, where you have to hit the
soldiers off the table or something, right?
Off the table. Yeah, it's actually a real game. It's actually
I
a real
like
game.
that. I actually like that reference. I didn't even know reference, so kudos on that. That is an amazing reference.
Yeah, love that.
Between you and me, I'm gonna be honest. While you were talking, I left to eat cake and get water.
Okay. Anyway,
so I am back to seeing the ending part.
All right, they go to them in, and then they, have he just wipes out Bowser, reveals this final form, and then Mario, Olivia,
and then
says
Bowser fucking dies.
Olivia reveals that the origami craftsman gave her something before he left the workshop.
It's classic Mario logic. You can't defeat the boss without a hammer.
Where they have to fix the magic circle.
Yes.
Thingy, whatever it's called.
No, the summonance, like the giant origami summonance thing. I don't fucking know what it was called.
Yeah.
Originally,
And then they have to they have to, what was it?
Basically, for every time you did that, Ollie would slap you, shoot you with fire, paper airplanes.
Not fire, but just shoot
paper
you with
airplanes.
airplanes.
Blade for hands, you name it. And then when
And
you
a hammer.
finish a circle, Then he would do this final attack, and if you missed, it would re-jumble, so you have to dodge every move and hit the blade so he can't, so it crumples his hands.
And you would also have to try to refix the
Exactly. And if you have to crumple his hands to a blade so he can't refold them, and then you murk him. You explain the final part. You're the one who knows the best final part.
And then right after Mario summons his thousandfold arms to,
even though he could have just done it with a fucking normal circle.
And then,
Olivia turns into a fucking hammer.
Olivia folds herself into a hammer, which Mario then uses to defeat
Bash
Ollie.
his head in. Basically, bash Ollie's head in.
Yeah, and then, and then Ollie does obviously early. He revealed his plan, he was scribbled by a toad, and which is why he left. Which is why he was, angry at him.
Which is why he left the what's it called, the workshop, angry,
and decided to fold the world.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
And funny thing is that the scribble is scribbling on origami is actually a real legend. Like, it's actually a taboo. It's like a sin.
Oh, that's actually a real thing in Japan, or China, whichever one.
It's a legend. Japanese legend. It's a Japanese legend.
You don't scribble on origami?
No.
Why?
It's a sin. It's a sin.
How is that a sin? It's paper.
It's like
This game is full of Japanese references I don't know.
Yeah, it's really cool. I can appreciate them putting in there.
You're appreciating because you understand Japanese culture. I don't understand Japanese culture, so I am an uncultured swine.
And then that's where Ollie dies. He tells Olivia to
make the did you explain them like the 1,000 paper cranes?
Yeah, which is also another Japanese culture thing.
It is.
Yes, folding 1,000 origami cranes is a legend where 1,000 origami cranes can legit grant you a wish, re-heal someone, cure for sickness or whatever.
God, there's so many Japanese references in this goddamn game.
It's understand. So cool. It's so cool. You basically appreciate this game even more like that.
Is that why you've been rambling about it for the last 30 minutes?
And then, Olivia wishes that all his brother's creations would be unfolded.
And saves everybody.
Which actually kills her. Because Ollie actually did fold Olivia. Was the one who folded Olivia.
So she killed herself to save everyone else. Kind of like how
Huey from Paper Mario Color Splash
killed himself, or didn't kill himself. He corrupted himself with the black paint.
No, he didn't. He basically
Did he just kill himself or just? I don't know.
He just got the black paint from the castle and then just
flew off
and disappeared.
Because the thing is, he's a bucket, and I don't know how buckets can die if they absorb paint unless it's corrosive.
Anyways,
basically, game ends short.
Olivia
they have a party.
Olivia dies. Mario and Peach. Mario and Peach reunite. Peach is back to her normal self. And back to her regular paper form, and then they celebrate the origami festival.
Finally,
saying to all the origami, thank you. They hold up these paper lanterns,
which are Japanese also too.
And that, my friends, was the end of Paper Mario, Origami Kingu.
I literally left, so I don't know what half the shit he said. Comment, go down there and explain it quicker. No, while you were gone, I left to eat birthday cake, refilled my water bottle, and taped on the side of the thumbnail.
Okay. Anyways.
I feel like we could have explained it much quicker.
The game was great. The game was great. The battle system...
phenomenal.
People hated the battle system of the game. Like the regular battle system of the game, but I actually really enjoyed
Same. I love the battle system because unlike most battle systems which are kind of like cheesy, like my example is like this one because
people really hate the fact that you can't have EXP anymore, like to get stronger or whatever.
I don't care about that shit. That basically meant you have to grind, and grinding removes from the story of the goddamn game.
Kinda, yeah.
That's like playing Pokemon. You fucking have to grind to go to the gym, but that's the whole purpose.
EXP wasn't the earlier games, even though EXP was in the earlier games, like 64 and 1000 Year Door.
Yeah, no, the thing about it is, like, in the older games it made sense, because you really didn't have, like, it was not as complex. You couldn't put complex things into the games. Right?
They did have a more complex story.
More complex, but you couldn't. But I mean, grinding and leveling up was part of the criteria of that game. Well, this game is more based around storyboard and design choice rather than actual battling enemies.
They basically did. They experimented a lot with the series over the years, you know.
Yeah, because. Because
every game in this series is pretty different.
If I had to grind origami enemies just to get to the next level and get more health, I'll be like, fuck, and I would hate that shit.
You're overpowered.
It'll be like, yeah, exactly. But giving you more health over time to fight stronger enemies felt more balanced than... Because you could grind in Paper Mario, what's it called? Sticker Star, and grind that shit. Get the max level in the first or second world, and kill everything and tank everything like a juggernaut.
Right.
If you really wanted to, which I did, and it was not fun, because I removed the risk-reward situation.
Right. The boss battles were pretty fun, too. People actually did not expect to like the boss battle system, but people still kind of hated the Legion of Stationary ideas.
I loved how they used art supplies as the bosses. That's something I really
thought
enjoyed.
It was clever, but people hated the idea because
I get it.
This is not. People say, "Oh, the Paper Mario wasn't originally about this. It was more about complex stories and not."
Shut the fuck up, all of you.
I know, right?
The whole thing about it is that was the beginning of the game. That was the beginning story, but you realize the story has moved on from that into much more progressive story build. It's not going to be the same story over and over. It has become to a point where these characters that we began loving from 1000 Year Door to Super Paper Mario, not Super Paper, but the fucking first one, Super Paper Mario RPG, whatever the fuck it was called.
Super Mario RPG.
The first Paper Mario game.
Paper Mario.
The first one had that because that was the trope of Bowser bad guy, Mario good guy. Throw that shit in a blender.
And then in 1000 Year Door, they juiced up the story. They basically made the story even more complex. The Super Paper Mario made it a little too complex, where it's confusing.
I love the gameplay of that game, but I hated everything else.
And then Sticker Star basically stripped the story away.
And then it made Bowser the villain again.
Yeah,
obviously.
And then Color Splash was a bit more complex than Sticker Star, but still not as complex as the first three games.
But it did give a lot more world building, where it made every character. The Sticker Star did give world building to characters like Goombella and many other characters that we haven't seen in years. So at the most, it did give some storyboard character. But the whole thing is, Paper Mario Origami King wasn't about the classical villain of Bowser and his kids being the shit of a New York plumber to save a princess. No. This is about a story of a plot twist. This story was a plot twist. A complete 180. That's the whole point of the Paper Mario series. You don't want to have the same story. Unlike the platformers, RPGs, and other ones, like the Paper Mario RPG series, this one is more based around plot twists, story changes, big changes that you wouldn't expect. Like, the freaking, like, Bombi literally killing himself to be helpful and saying that he had fun. That you wouldn't expect a bomb with no fuse to want to kill himself to save a friend. You would never expect that.
A heroic sacrifice.
Yes, exactly, because you realize the whole point is this game is meant to be different. It's like, and yes, I get it. Change it
has
sucks.
A lot of memories to it, and memorable moments in the game.
Exactly.
The developers really did a great job.
And I get it.
The developers did a great job of making these characters like you could actually like develop these characters that you're able to care about.
I'm gonna be fully honest. I actually do the exact same storyboard technique with my own series completely. Where originally, Rifko, or I'll explain this quickly, the original story on my server was me and my friends doing a random adventure dumb shit, but later on realized we need a story to this. We can't just repeat it, so we changed it big company, and you get my point, right? You get my point, right? Instead of going to the same thing, we made a plot twist. Instead, there is a big overarching villain that no one knows about. Instead of just leaving it with, this is bad guy, I did the same thing. And it's fun because it makes everything a surprise.
People tend to think that there's too many generic toads in the game. How a lot of the toads you rescue are just looking generic and they're
fucking mushrooms.
Yeah, but they then say that the earlier games had more unique looking toads or whatever, or unique looking NPCs in the game. But then Origami King does have some variety, a little bit more variety.
They're still mushrooms. They're all mushrooms. They're just mushrooms with bodies. I don't understand how you can make anything like that diverse. Oh, They did the
first two games.
I do want Buff Toad though. Please, Nintendo, make my dream become a reality.
Anyways,
They do
have a great. This game does have a lot of collectibles. Yeah, I mean, like a lot of collectibles.
You missed the first one when you started the game. You missed the first collectible in the beginning of the game because you didn't go on the spiky path to it.
Oh, did I? Oh, I'm gonna have to look back.
Yeah, you did, because when you were doing it, you got it and just one-tapped every enemy, but you skipped the spiky path that led to a chest.
Oh, yeah, true.
I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Oh, fuck, that was incredible. The funny thing is,
the locations are amazing.
The locations felt
definitely amazing. I love how they brought back the open world aspect of the game, like how they did in the first two. But even bigger open world.
Can I say something about the open world thing?
Yeah.
I loved it. I legitimately loved how freelance the design of the world
in it. I love exploring in these areas of the game. Autumn Mountain is probably one of my favorite ones. Along with Origami Castle, the Great Sea, the Bowser's Castle was nice too. Shogun Studios was definitely memorable as well.
A lot of them had a really good detail. They had a lot of detail, but it was so well designed and planned. It was like they knew what they wanted.
They were real paper crafted.
The funny thing is, I would look at the work, it's something a lot of artists, it felt like a picture. It felt like you were walking into, a really well-drawn picture.
Yeah.
There are hidden secrets. It felt like hidden. It felt like something out of, what's it called? Like Final Fantasy, where the world is open world, you can find secret items and all that.
Yeah.
But it was limited to Paper Mario logic, and I love the idea of super detailed areas where you can take pictures and all that.
I also like the mechanic where you, fix the holes with your confetti, which
cool.
Sort of works like the paint system from Paper Mario Color Splash.
But better.
Yeah,
way
because you don't use them in battle.
I like it because, like, you can be out of confetti. You kill an enemy, and then you get their confetti to use to fix the area. The only place I will complain about the confetti problem will be before the first boss.
Oh, the overlooked tower.
Yeah, because you have to kill like a ton of tiny. The thing I hated about that one level, you had to kill the cockroach-size paper Goombas. It's like, why do I have to kill these things? So I hated it. I just want to get a fucking blowtorch and burn all of them.
And also the fact that there's a lot of giant holes in that level, that area.
Yeah, and then you can miss one tiny speck and you will fall right through because you didn't see that tiny speck of space that the confetti did not land on.
Right.
No, in the game, whenever you walk in, no, I tested this. If you get your bag full of confetti and you walk in, the area drains your confetti to low to none.
Yeah.
I tried cheesing that level, and it just removes all the confetti you have just for story. Why? I just want to get past the level and move on to the next world.
Yeah.
I don't want to be doing this for an hour trying to kill every single thing.
And then we have the 1,000-fold arms.
Oh fuck yeah, that was incredible.
I like the way they use in some of the bosses, like the fact that you use like flick the rubber band boss, whatever.
I like the boss.
As a finishing blow, I really like the finishing blows for the.
You missed the finishing blow. You missed the finishing blow when you were fighting the goddamn stapler.
Yeah.
I hate mentioning this. So, what is your favorite finishing blow out of every single boss?
That's a good question, actually. That is really hard. It's either colored pencils, rubber band.
I like how also you can use the fishing blow, or not, but like the frontal arms on the fucking.
Oh yeah, stapler as well. Stapler as well.
My favorite one is actually when you get colored pencils. You know colored pencils when you shut the box when it's about to explode and you see a boom 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 like inside the box.
Yeah, and then
I love that.
And then you have to like grab the pencils as a finishing blow.
You have to grab all the pencils and just slam it down like a goddamn chunk, like a piece of wood on glass. Just slam the shit out of it.
It was so satisfying, legit.
The hole puncher one, I don't like. That was my least favorite one.
Yeah, hole punch was fine.
Underwhelming.
I remember Tape. I remember initially when I first played the game, Tape was my least favorite boss. But
Tape was my favorite. You just flip the man over and you see yoink that shit off.
I remember how hard it was when, like trying to how he tapes the arena and stuff like that.
I hate that shit too.
But I got used to it over time.
I hate that shit.
With my replays and stuff like that,
But I feel like my favorites out of all of them are either Tape, Stapler.
My least favorite boss in the entire game is probably
Elementals also count as bosses.
The Fire Elemental is the hardest boss in the game.
You mean with the flaming feathers?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even call it that. I just call that one Moltres.
That and the Ice Elemental are tied.
The Ice Elemental is annoying because you gotta remember the pattern.
With the Ice Maze especially.
Fuck the Ice Maze. Out of everything.
Oh God.
Screw the Ice Maze, man.
Yeah.
Alright, chat, before I say anything, you can skip the whole story. Just find a part and go 30 minutes into the future and you'll probably skip the whole story part.
Yeah. We'll put some time,
stamp or
marks.
something.
Timestamps, yeah.
I'll put a timestamp in.
I'll help him out with that.
I'll put a timestamp in the description when the story starts and when it ends, because I'll be going through the video file after, so don't worry about that.
Yeah. And then we have the
But I will say my favorite final
overall, Paper Mario, the Origami King was a great game.
I did not even say what I was going to say. My favorite fight in the entire game was just a stapler that you just pound the shit out of it. As a kid, have you ever just pounded a stapler just for no reason at all?
I don't know.
I have. It's the most satisfying thing to do.
I think my favorite boss is actually the... What was it? Scissors.
Scissors was one of those bosses I don't really remember because it just felt like your generic... it felt generic in some way or form.
Really?
In my opinion. Because, like, when you beat it, it just doesn't talk and just falls and explodes. Like,
yeah.
I wish it had, like, you have slice. My victory has been cut in half. And then it falls over and explodes.
Yeah.
I wish it just felt underwhelming because it was like, we beat you, hello, and he poked it, and this thing just falls over and explodes. Like,
it was missed potential.
I don't understand by that point. It's like, whatever.
Anyways,
in the end, it's a good game.
How would you rate this game? How would you rate?
No, you go first. You go first. You rate the game first. And see when it actually plays it fully. I just play my friend's Switch because I don't want to buy a Switch. I don't want to spend too much money on a goddamn Nintendo Switch. I have money, but I don't want to spend it on Nintendo Switch shit.
All right. My rating.
Go.
10 out of fucking 10.
10
out of 10.
10 out of 10.
God, this game is a masterpiece. I did not expect this game to be a masterpiece when I finished it. Legit. I did not expect this to be better than Thousand Year Door. But it blew Thousand Year Door out of the water. Legit.
I mean, the storyboard, I love the storylining of this.
I legit loved Origami King. Legit. I did not expect it to be this good. I cannot wait to see the future of Paper Mario, where it goes next.
Because Origami was a really good twist, because instead of having Bowser the villain, Bowser's like, get me down from here, I'm powerless, against a literal foe that can bend time and physical space in the Paper Mario universe.
Yeah.
No, because the logic of this is...
Tetsuya Tanabe, the producer of the game, he did do some sort of interview of like what the future of Paper Mario will look like, and he said that that he will want to do a different battle system next time, like do a different,
for each game,
for the other game. Like he will, every time he makes the game from now on, he's gonna do some different battle system.
I like that. To be honest, I love that idea because then it makes the game more fresh. And then whichever one is the best, they stick with.
That's what they said. Yeah, they're not gonna do an RPG anymore. They're gonna stick with the action adventure stuff.
I love that shit, to be honest. Actually, the RPG was fun. The RPG ones were fun, but the RPG ones were fun, but they were just overgross with grinding experience. Like, you would have to go back and forth and kill everything like a genocidal madman just to get to the level, just to die, because the boss is slightly stronger than you.
Yeah.
It's like,
anyways.
I mean, in Pokemon, it's fine because that's Pokemon in general. But this is Paper Mario; it's different.
Anyways, so that was our review for Paper Mario: The Origami King for Nintendo
This
Switch.
review is like 1 hour and 11 minutes.
If any of you had the game, I mean, if any of you have a Nintendo Switch, I highly recommend the game. Buy it.
Buy this shit.
Worth $50.
Nintendo, you don't have to sponsor, so buy this goddamn game.
It's so good. You will not regret it. Legit.
This is coming from a man who plays Fortnite all day long, plays Minecraft, and runs a shitty live stream called Rifco. And I'm still saying this game is fun. But
Anyways, and yet we'll see you next time on the next Paper Mario game.
I am not even
review. We'll do another Paper Mario game review when the next one comes out.
You've interrupted me every time I tried saying something.
See y'all next time.
I'm not even ending the video yet, to be fucking honest. Look, I'm gonna say this. If you like the video, I mean, this video probably gonna be like 1 hour long. I'm probably gonna ask, I'm gonna ask my editor to see if he can do something with this, probably make it shorter.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna see if I can ask him to make this videos kind of shorter.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Just have this as the whole video.
No, because the entire story you said was like 40 minutes long.
Oh, dang. Well, anyways.
No, this video is 1 hour long. It's 1 hour and 15 minutes.
Anyways.
God.
Okay, listen. Okay. Anyways. So that's all. Subscribe to penki and subscribe to Kevin Jansen.
Thank you for the shout out, by the way. That's actually incredible. Thank you so much. I'll let you. I'll tell him to keep that in.
Thank you for having me on your video.
We've been planning this.
Yeah.
I feel like that story was completely useful of the recap of the story because probably is everyone who has seen that video has played the game and knows the story.
Yeah. And all right.
I'm gonna end this here.
All right.
This video is longer.
Penki here, signing off.
You've interrupted my intro 4 times, you Pete. If you enjoyed this in the slightest, subscribe to this man. He has 1,000 subs. Make him 2,000, man, please.
And my channel will be in the description. I'm working on a fan dub for Paper Mario: The Origami King. You should check that out.
It is actually. I'm actually don't want to be part. I'm not gonna be part of it, sadly, because I'm not good at fan dubbing. Because me.
That's fine.
One sec. Yeah.
Anyways, I'll see y'all later.
I'm gonna end the video here because it's already 1 hour 16 minutes. Peace out, everyone.
Yeah.